him up on the fades.
Oh, yeah.
But he speaks Spanish, so I'm trying to in Spanish and English at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's impressive.
Okay, thank you. So, ahora mismo le estoy pasando el peine número 3. Now I'm passing guard number 3. And as you can see, the up from the moment that I start from here to top, I go in, but then I elevate the clipper. So basically it's like a C motion. Alright? Cuando empiezo entrando, pero después elevo como si estuviera saliendo un movimiento curvo. C. Alright? Y ahí van a mirar al espejo. You're going to see at the mirror. The mirror's not going to lie. It's going to tell you where you have to. See, it's still pronounced a little bit dark there. So what you want to do, el espejo no te va a mentir. Yo estoy mirando y todavía dice que se ve negrecito. So lo que vamos a hacer, vamos a entrar un poquito más metido ahí y con en contra de cómo va el pelo. Si el pelo va bajando de esa manera, tú vas en contra. Porque si el pelo va bajando así y tú lo coges así, no lo va a cortar, pero lo va a cortar disparejo. ¿Ok? So ahí vas en contra y lo vas pasando al paso con calma. Mira el espejo. El espejo te va a dejar saber. Alright, so what I was saying is, once we go a little bit deep in, you're going to be able to see that the dark spot is actually light up. It's looking more faded. Alright? But what I'm doing is, instead of going in, I'm actually still coming out. So that way, I will not raise the fade even higher, right? So that's that right there. Right now, I look at the mirror, and when I look at the mirror, I could see very clearly that I already got my first foundation. I took the boldness from the side. Le quité la cantidad. Now we're gonna take the guard, and we're gonna go to our next guard. The next guard, it's a 1.5. And we're going to keep it right here. We're not going to go up there. We're going to keep it right in the middle. And again, if the hair goes this way, you go against it so you could grab the hair evenly. All right? Check it out. Another way that you could tell, besides seeing that with your eyes that it's grabbing it, this machine, it has a blade that is called the echo blade, which it makes the sound, the crunchy sound. You could hear clearly. It goes. So not only with your eyes, but with your ear, you are able to determine if it's actually grabbing hair. So that's a good way to understand that you are grabbing hair, even when your eyes cannot see that it's cutting hair. All right. Ahora mismo estamos pasando el peine 1.5 y estamos pasándolo en esa área de abajito, no muy arriba. Y esta tiene la cuchilla, como he dicho millones de veces, que tiene la cuchilla eco. La cuchilla eco, no solamente usted puede ver lo que está recortando, pero puede escuchar el cabello recortando cuando hace ¿ok? Ahora, now I'm using the corners of the clippers just to grab that area right there. And I'm always looking at the mirror, because the mirror never lies. The mirror could show you where's the line, but the mirror is not going to take the line for you. The mirror is to tell your brain and your eyes, listen, it's going to tell your eyes, listen, there's a line there, or there's a shadow. And your mind should know the tools or what step you need to take in order to take that line out. But the mirror is not going to take it for you. So those skills, you have to develop it. El espejo, yo siempre lo miro porque el espejo te va a dejar saber dónde está la sombra, la línea, o el problema, pero el espejo no lo va a sacar por ti. El espejo solamente le va a dictar a los ojos, y a los ojos le va a dictar la mente, y la mente va a tener la solución, pero todo lo que te dice la solución, toma fe y práctica para ponerlo entonces tú en tu mente y hacerlo. All right. Notice that I'm using the brush now. I'm not using the comb. Why? Because the hair is so short. With the comb, it's not going to grab it. So that's why we're using the brush instead of the comb. Alright. Noten que estamos utilizando el cepillo y no el peine. El peine no va a agarrar ese pelo que está bien cortito, especialmente a los lados. Es por qué razón que utilizamos nuestro cepillito. Okay. Now when we look at the mirror, we're starting to see little by little the fade. Right. Now we're gonna go to the next. Hold on a second, because I have the keys in my pocket. Now we're gonna go to my next pocket. In my next pocket, we're gonna have guard number 1. All right. And the guard number 1 is going to go usually more lower in that area right there when I'm pointing. Vamos a utilizar el peine número 1 y lo vamos a hacer en esa misma manera ahí. The movement is going to be a lot shorter, or the movement up and down is going to be a lot tighter. It's not going to be higher. Because if you do this higher, it's going to go up at top and it's going to touch what we already faded with the smaller guard. So we don't want to touch that part. What we want to touch is the bottom, what we're doing right now. So the movement, the up and down, even though I'm doing it kind of quick, basically what I'm doing is this. If I do a slow down, this is how much I'm doing. I'm not doing it this big. This movement big, I'm not doing it that big. All right, so here we go. Right there. The movement is little. And notice that I'm going against the hair. Noten que voy en contra del pelo, pero no lo voy subiendo. Si lo voy subiendo, voy utilizando los 3 dientecitos. If I'm definitely going up, I'm only using the 3 teeth of the clipper of the guard just to go a little bit higher, but not too much. All right. Notice I'm also, with one hand, I'm using the machine, but with the other one, I'm using not only the brush to make sure all the hair that we cut doesn't get stuck in the skin, so you could be able to see what you're doing, but I move the ear out of the way so that way it doesn't bother the client when I pass the machine. Ok, noten que estamos pasándole el peine número 1, llavecita cerrada, y estamos pasándolo bien bajito. La moción va a ser así de chiquitita, no va a ser tan grande, abierta así. Ok, y vamos a estar siempre en contra. Y si voy a subir un poquito, voy a utilizar de los 3 o 4 dientes de la esquina izquierda del clipper para coger, subir un poquitito, only to go a little higher, just a little bit, but not too high. Notice that I'm still going from right to left to right, and it takes a couple of passes. A lot of people like to do quick things, and if you want to separate from the other barber, you gotta make sure you do a thorough job. You know, you want something well done. You know what I mean? So you can see the definition. All right. Right now, I look at the mirror, and it's gonna show me right there with the one. Now, we're gonna go without the guard, level close, and this is the only one that is gonna make actually a little line, right? But that's gonna be, we're gonna do it up to right there. And then in the back, we're gonna drop it behind the ear. We're gonna drop it towards there, right there, right? Once we got that line, we're gonna go from left to right, right to left, and we're gonna pass it a couple of times. So the line is very pronounced. You see the line? All right, so now we're gonna go with the 1/16. That's the one that we didn't use, right? Because that's the next step. Let me show you in a minute. That's this guy right here, the 1/16. Now, with the 1/16, we're gonna open the level, maybe half of it. Ya le pasamos la 0. La 0 sí va a ser línea. Y ahora le vamos a montar la 1/16. Llavecita la vamos a abrir un poquito menos de la media. And now we're gonna pass. The motion is gonna be even tighter. The C is gonna be even like this. It's not gonna be like this. Remember, it's not gonna be how we started with the 3, that it was this motion this big, right? So it's gonna be like this. Recuérdese que no va a ser la moción así de grande, va a ser así. Con el peine 1/16. Watch the difference. When I pass it, look at how quick it's gonna take the line. Basically instantly. And I'm gonna stay right up on top of the line. Right? Notice how I pass it and right away I pass the brush also. Because believe me, the hair tend to, once you cut it, the skull of any skull it has the oil, the scalp is very oily, so you know the oil and hair is bound to get stuck if you don't brush it. So in order to see what you're doing, I recommend you to always brush it. So that's why you see me all the time brush it, so that way I can see what is cut and what is not cut. Siempre le digo que cuando terminen de pasarla, automáticamente cepille, porque el cuero cabelludo tira un aceite y el aceite con el pelo ya cortado lo que vuelve a hacer se pega, aunque esté acabado de cortar y venga del cráneo, se va a pegar. Para que eso no suceda, cepille y verá que automáticamente puede ver qué es lo que está picado y qué es lo que no está picado. Ok. Ahora, now we're gonna check in the mirror. In the mirror, we can see that it's coming. Now, what we're gonna see, we're still gonna see maybe we're gonna see maybe a little line. I'm gonna point it out so you can see where is that. So now I took the guard and I'm gonna let the blade is completely open and it has different levels. It has different points. It doesn't mean that you could open it and close it right away. No, you could close a little, try. If it's not cutting, that means that you gotta close it a little bit more and then try it again until you see that it's grabbing. That's the way to do it. La razón, tiene 5 sin peiner, pero tiene 5, mayormente 5 clics. En este caso no tenemos los clics, yo se lo quité. Pero la manera para saber, para borrar si está cogiendo, no es que la abra y la pase, no. La abre un poquitito y la vamos a pasar. So now, we open a little bit and we're going to pass it. And yeah, sure enough, it's grabbing the line and it's taking it away right away. And if you look at the mirror, in my case, if I look at the mirror is going to tell me right here, there's just a tiny bit left, right? I brush it. Remember, very important always to brush it. And right away, you can see that the fade is coming out. Now, if you want to raise up a little bit, I recommend you could use the corners of the clipper and open the level and use just a tiny bit. And what that's going to do is going to help to go just a little bit tiny higher, but it's not going to use the whole blade to kind of elevate the fade. You understand what I'm saying? So, right there. Ahora lo que estamos haciendo es cerrando la llavecita un poquito más, y si usted quiere elevarlo un poquitito, puede hacerlo utilizando las esquinas. Now that we erase the line, right, we're going to go now with the trimmer. The trimmer, it doesn't have a level, and the function for the function for the trimmer is to line up or to debulk to make it real nice and tight. So now we're going to pass the trimmer. We're going to pass it through here, and we're not going to go higher than that. We're just going to stay right in that zone under the ear. And when you pass it really, really careful, because the trimmer, the blade that it has is very sharp. You don't want to agitate the client's skin. All right? And then when we pass it, basically, look at that in the back. If I could show you right there, you're going to be able to see how everything is coming together. Then we're going to pass. Ahora le estamos pasando la coco, el trimmer. El trimmer se diferencia del clipper, obviamente, porque el trimmer es para hacer cerquillo en la barba o para limpiar la cantidad. Lo mismo, limpiarlo con el brush y pasarlo con cautela, porque ella, and then the client may have some little hairs in the ear. You could use the trimmer to trim those hairs in the ear. All right. Now, when we look at before we go any further with the shaver, what I like to do is you're gonna have your shears, right? And then you're gonna have your combs. If you notice, the comb has big teeth and small teeth. The big teeth is to grab the volume, right? And the small teeth is to grab the shorter hair. In this case, because I don't want to go with the guard and risk it to take more hair, we're going to go the technique shears over comb. So we're going to go like this. Basically, it's doing like a big C motion, and we're going to blend in the minute that you start blending all the lines that we did in the bottom, the top one is gonna show up just a little bit more, but it's natural because once you erase and got everything down in the bottom clear, the top is gonna show. But look at how quickly it's blending in so much better. The blending is coming much better. So this is another technique. Back in the days when there were no machines, they used to do the fade. The barbers back in the day, this was the technique they used to use to do in order of fade. Yes, it used to take a lot of time, but that technique is still usable to this DNA or this era, because for this area, especially the top area, we could have much control than the clipper, than the machine. And when we look at the mirror, look at the blend in. Watch, see?
Oh yeah.
You see that?
Oh yeah. Looks nice.
So we could see automatically how the blend in is coming. Look at how it looks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So now we're gonna use the shaver, and the shaver we're gonna use it in that area right here in the low area. And definitely we're gonna do like a little fade in beard, so the beard doesn't look so pronounced, dark right there like that. So I'm gonna Y ahora se escucha. And now you could hear it? Alright, let me know if you could hear it. So now, when we look at the beard, right here we see just a tiny bit dark, but we don't want to go with the guard number 1. We're gonna want to go with the guard 1.5, which is this one right here. And then we're gonna use the corner. And we're going to pass this when I'm pointing at it. Now you can hear the, okay, now you're able to hear it. Perfect, thank you. So now, I pass it right there, it grabbed a little bit. Now we're going to go right here, it's getting pronounced a little bit more. And then with the no guard, look at that, boom. And then with the trimmer, we're going to get this a little bit much tighter right here, right? And then, right here, when I look at it, it still has a little bit of a line. It's not too much, but I'm very picky with myself. So if I see it, you'll be able to see it. So I pass it with no guards, exactly where I still see that this may be a little bit of a line. Not completely line pronounced, but it's still something. And now, to me right there, it looks really, really clean. Now, when we look at the faded beard, we're gonna show it to our client. Look at that. Look at the.
Oh yeah. Nice. That looks
You
really
see?
good, man. Yeah.
So it's faded, and then no lines is the transition. You see that?
Right. Okay.
Now, ahora vamos a utilizar. Notice that the machine has two levels. The one that is stick out is so that way you could go right here like that. But because if you go against the skin and if you go like that, you're only gonna grab just a little bit. And they said that that's the other part there. If you put it like that, it's bound to touch that one. It's bound to touch the higher, so it's gonna make a line. Okay. So you don't want to do that. That's why you flip the and do it like that.
Okay.
So yo le estoy explicando a él que cuando vaya a hacer el afeitarlo en esa área, si notan, la afeitadora tiene el fuego que sale un poquito más al frente y este más abajo. Si tú lo vas a hacer así, lo que va a hacer que la de arriba, la lámina de arriba va a tocar arriba. God bless you. Va a tocar la lámina de arriba. Para que eso no suceda, voltea la máquina y lo que va a tener es un solo filo. Y ahí va a ver como rapidito borra lo necesario y no sin tener que sacrificar de tocar la parte de arriba. ¿Ok? Y ahí vamos a pasarla. Cuando esté en la parte abierta atrás, puede entonces voltear la máquina y utilizar las dos láminas. ¿Ok? Cuando entonces hacemos eso, puedo de nuevo pasar a retocar con mi máquina. Once we finish passing the electric shaver, now we're going to do small details. We're going to keep passing a little bit the areas that I could still have improvement right there, just a tiny bit. You know, you'll be able to see a little bit and then, you know, attack it. How I mean attack it? Use, like, if you know that you passed already the levels that you passed, you'll be able to remember, oh, okay, I passed it with no guards in that area, and I passed it like this, and you'll be able to determine, see, you'll be able to see, and then you look at the mirror, again, always look at the mirror. So now, I haven't finished, but I'm gonna show the difference to the client and for you guys too, one side compared to the other side. So I'm gonna turn the guy to the mirror, the client, and I'm gonna show you, this is how it looked to fit from the side, over there, compared to,
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy.
crazy. Even the beard is, you notice the transition?
Fantastic, yeah. I love it.
You know, and you can see the blend in, and when we look at it from this angle, it fits, you see how it's gonna come already.
Yeah.
So what it's doing right now, if you notice too, look at how much volume now it has compared to the side here. See, you know, nice and tight, and the little transition compared to a lot of volume, then it makes it pop more. When you do take from the side, it makes it a lot better. Look, everything look evenly. So you guys could tell. Le estoy enseñando ahí. Mira la diferencia de ese lado que no está hecho. Look at that side that is not done compared to the one that is done. All right, and that's just the fade, because we still gotta cut the top. Look at the difference. See?
Oh yeah.
Look.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Very good. Very good.
Yeah. So the same step that we did in the side, los mismos pasos que hicimos a los lados. Now I divide it in 3 steps. We can do the side. Now we're gonna go the back, and then to the left side. So that way, there's a lot of different ways that you guys could do it, but I like to focus on 3 different parts. So the same 3 different parts got the same steps, and you cover them thoroughly the same. As if you go doing one round like that and then go back and then round like that, which is doable. That's how I used to do it, but it takes more time, and sometimes the fade doesn't come out so blend in, because when you dedicate a small portion of that energy, everything is gonna come out much better than spreading it out at once. And that's my opinion. Now we're gonna work same step in the back, same step that we did in the right side. Again, we're gonna grab again. Remember the comb over, because he has the long hair there, right? And we're gonna start with guard number 3. That's the guard that we use. So ese fue el guard que utilizamos. And remember, we're gonna start in the middle right here. And then we're gonna do the motion, the C motion. And it's gonna be bigger. See what I'm saying? The thing is that I'm doing it on a opposite compared you guys watching it from over there instead of looking at it side view, which it makes more sense. But that's why I'm using the guard as if it's the reference of the head, so you can see what I'm saying, the motion, the C motion. You go in, we start in the middle of the head, you go in, and you come out. Because if you come in and you go like that, you're gonna erase the fade. You don't wanna do that. All right? And then, remember, you got, by the grace of God, you should have two hands. One is to help the other, and the other helps the other, right? So in this case, as I'm passing, doing the C motion with guard number 3, I'm going from right to left, left to right, all right? And then once I have a little bit that I have pick up the hair that I want to pick, then I could go a little higher. And if I go higher, I keep elevating, but grabbing the last bit of that hair right there, see? And I keep going like that until we got it, boom, right there. We took the volume, the first volume. Now we put the guard in my right pocket, and right out of the right pocket is the next level. The 2. You close it, level close. We put our comb in our pocket, on the top pocket, and we're gonna grab the brush. Remember, why? Because the short hair, the brush grab it more better than the comb. The only time we use the comb is when the hair is long on top. Now again, the level is not gonna be too big, it's gonna be a lot smaller, the motion, C motion. So there we go. We're gonna go from right to left, left to right. All right, brush it, right to left, left to right, brush it. Now, it's gonna pronounce a little bit right there. I look at the mirror, and the mirror is gonna be able to tell me. See? So that means, say, if that's number 2 and that's number 3, the next level is open the level, that will be 2.5. So 2.5 is gonna go right in between 3 and 2. So 2.5 is gonna be right there, in the middle. So you're gonna stay from right to left, left to right, in the middle, brush it, right to left, left to right, brush it in the middle. And if it goes a little higher, if you think there's a shadow, if you look at the mirror, always look at the mirror, because the mirror is the reference. It will guide you. It's the biggest guide. Besides your eye, the mirror is your biggest guide. It's one of the biggest tools that a lot of people don't like to look. And then they wonder why they still see lines and shadows and it doesn't look even. Because you're not letting your eyes guide. You don't let the mirror guide you. You know, you gotta look at the mirror, and the mirror will let you know. And in this case also, again, the machine, you'll be able to see with your eyes from here to there, you'll be able to see it too. Another thing, have light on the side, because you could have light in the bottom, but it only reflects the spectrum, but not in the side. So you have to have some type of light that illuminate the side, so you'll be able to see clearly where's the shadow, where's the line, where's the little, you know, it's a combination of everything, the mirror, the lighting. Why do you think that every barbershop has mirrors? Have a lot of light, because those are the biggest tools. Then, obviously, the clipper, the guards, the switching guards, the lever. Not only that, then your tool may have a echo blade that it makes the crunch sound like. So listen when I pass it. And then if I go lower, you don't hear it. Why? Because it's shorter. That means the hair's shorter. But if I go up, you'll be able to hear it little by little. That's the technique of it. And then when you look at the mirror, sure enough, the fade is coming nice and blurry. So blurry you may need glasses. All right, so now that we pass it, and we brush it. Right now I'm seeing it from this angle, and I go against the grain. When I feel that it's not grabbing it, I make sure that it keep going against it and go a little higher, right? I look to the mirror, and now it's talking to me perfectly. Now we're gonna go to we're gonna put our number 2 in our right pocket, and we're gonna get the next level, which is the guard number 1, level close, and we're gonna pass it a lot lower. We're gonna pass it right there. Again, right to left, left to right. We're gonna pass it a couple of times. How many times? Until if you have the echo blade, you'll be able to hear it. If you hear it, that means that you can still have to pass it. Remember, brush it, because sometimes the hair gets, not sometimes, most of the time, the hair gets stuck in the scalp of the client. Remember, our scalp is oily. Even if it's dry, it's still oily. Or some people, especially if it lives in hot weather, like over here in Tampa, people come from outside and it could be sweaty, and the sweat and the hair is a mixture of the hair getting stick even more. So notice, I'm still passing the same guard, level completely down close, and I'm going from left to right. And then I'm checking, always, I'm checking my mirror. I stop. It only takes a couple of seconds to look at the mirror. It's like, it's the way that I use the mirror is like when you go to a stop sign. The stop sign is to tell you that you have to stop and look side, make sure the cars are not coming. So basically the mirror is pretty much almost the same thing. It's like basically stop a minute, make sure you check every angle, and make sure everything is coming along. That is correct, and then proceed. Basically that's the metaphor. Now we're gonna go to the next guard, 116, and we're gonna go a lot shorter. A lot, and the movement, remember, it's not gonna be bigger like we start with the 3. It's gonna be like this, real small. And we're gonna go from right to left, left to right, brush, right? Now open the level a little bit, and now you can go a little higher where the line is pronounced, and you're gonna hear the little hair, not a lot, but you're gonna hear it. That means it's grabbing it. Clean it. If it's not grabbing, then you can close a little bit more and then go back from right to left, left to right. Look at the mirror. Perfect. It's coming beautiful. It's coming beautiful, beautiful. Not just because I'm saying it, but because I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the results. When you do that, when you use the good lighting, the mirror, the hair inside, using the right levels, the right motions, with the right clippers, the right guard. That's why my saying is, it's not the machine, it's the barber. You could have a $300 machine, but if you don't know how to use your machine, it's not the machine. The problem is not the machine, it's the barber. You as a barber, you have to learn your tool, not only when to close the level, when to change the level, change the level, when to change the clipper, how the motion and all the stuff. I'm not saying that the clipper is not important. What I'm saying is more important you to know how to use the clipper. Alright? So now with no level close, notice that you have to, the machine is gonna get hot at some point. That's why this is 5-in-1. A coolant, disinfectant, lubricant. So we're gonna cool it down so we don't pass that hot blade to the client. Alright? And then second, hold on a second. Second, if you see the clients have hair in his neck or in his, make sure you look his surrounding, because that hair that is cut, it could be bothering him. So you want to make sure you keep everything nice and clear and clean, and keep the client happy, you know, like, because I know if they leave me hair cut, when they're cutting my hair, I can feel it and it's itchy. For me, it bothers me. So if it bothers you, imagine the client. So try to think like you are the client. So same thing here. Now we're going with the level close. We're going from right to left to right. And I'm looking at the mirror. And then right here, I'm gonna grab the 116. And I see that there's a little dark spot. And that's how I know, because I know what level I passed out in that area before. So I don't act like I don't see it. And that's a difference. A lot of people see it and they're like, it's done. He's not gonna notice. He's not gonna notice, but people he knows or love him or whatever, they're gonna notice. So don't try to be a mediocre barber. If you want that client to come back and bring more clients, you can pass all the business cards that you want, but if you did a bad haircut, that bad haircut is gonna speak for itself. Same thing, if you do a good haircut, it's gonna speak for itself. So make sure from the get-go, you give a great haircut, and do it like if it was for yourself, or better yet, if it was for God. And it's gonna challenge you, but it's gonna make you do something that, hello, don't you wanna have yourself a great haircut too? That's how you do it. All right, so again, I look, we passed the number one. I mean the 116 in the area that I saw a little dark. Now we go back to what we were doing. No level, no guard, close, and we go from right to left, left to right, brush, open a little the level. The motion is small. It's not big like we did with number 3 and number 2 and number 1, etc., etc. And look at that. When we look, it's coming all along together. All right, the battery on the camera, let me put it like this, because the fan, because my camera, it keeps getting hot. The haircut's coming so fire, the camera's getting hot.
Arroba Ariel el Barbero Poderoso 2313. Sai, Jeffrey no se ve.
All right, so now we're gonna go to the other camera, because that one, hold on a second. All right. Just a second. I notice it. Now the battery on it, hold on a second. I'm gonna switch it to the other camera. Bear with me. Hold on, to this one. I'm gonna bring it to this one. There we go. And then we're gonna get closer to there. Perfect. So now we're gonna go to this one, the other side. Boom. There we are. So now, the last thing that we were doing, let me put it on the ring, and let me bring the ISO a little bit higher so they could see a little brighter. All right, right there. So the last bit that we left up is the trimmer. Remember how we did the side? So that's what we're gonna do with the trimmer, and we're gonna pass it nice and soft, because the trimmer could be sharp at times, and we gotta be careful with a client's skin. You know how you determine if, see, the battery on this trimmer died too. That's why we always have 2 trimmers. If one goes away, you still have a backup. Now we go from right to left, left to right, and remember always to pass it nice and lightly. How you could determine if it bothers you? The arm is the area that is real sensitive. It's equal to this area that is sensitive. If you want to know if it's bothering the client, you pass it here, and if it bothers you, it's gonna bother him. Especially if you have a strong hand. All right, notice how it's nice and clean. Now what we're gonna do, the next step, the electro shaver. And the electro shaver, in this area that is open, then you could use both. Instead of using it like this, you could use it with both. So it's gonna clean everything much faster. But when you have the ear, around the ear, then you use it like this instead of like this. All right? So now we're gonna go from right to left, left to right. All right? And it should be looking like that, and it should feel a lot smoother. With the shaver, it should last him the fade much longer, and it should give a better, more transition. Now we grabbing the clipper, no lever, no guards. I mean no lever, no clip, no clipper, no clips, or no guards. Yeah, no guards. And we're gonna pass it just above right there, and the motion is barely moving it. Why? Because with the shaver, once we pass it, it's just gonna, regardless if you don't meant to touch it or raise it, it's gonna still happen. If it does, again, don't act like you don't see it. It's gonna show. So the solution is you can always do something about it, and that's when I'm gonna separate from the other. Then you look at the mirror, it's gone, right? Exactly. So now we're going to the last side. Again, we go again. We're gonna turn it a little bit this way. And then we're gonna guard 3, level close. Now we're gonna put the brush in our pocket, and we're gonna take our comb. We're gonna comb the hair, and now we're all set. Now we're gonna start in the middle, from the middle, in the middle, and grab the oh, I got to. Yeah. Hello?
Hi, Jeffrey.
Yeah, this is him.
Richard.
Okay. All right. Oh, the prescription that I need is for the I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Excelopron. Yeah, the 10 and the 5. Right. I only got like. Yeah, the 2 of them. Yeah. I don't know if it's the code the same, but it's I know I'm in a 50 milligram, but I know I get a 10 and a 5. So yeah, I think it's that like that then. Yeah. So Tuesday at what time? 12. Okay. Now I only got like 2 days left for my medication. Will he do a refill before that, or he could give me any? Right. Okay, perfect. No, I will definitely. He's gonna do the like how we normally do over the phone, the call, me and him. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for returning my call. Bye bye. Thank you. So now we like I said, we're gonna start with the guard number 3. All right. I want to give a big thanks to the client that is letting us record, and he's been nothing but more than patient. Normally I would have finished this haircut so much faster, but definitely I want to, like I say, I have a YouTube channel and I do tutorials how to cut hair, and right now I was with a student and he's having some issues still blending in, doing the fade. So that's why I'm taking my time right now. This is a perfect example of how to blend in, so that way he could definitely gain the knowledge how to fade much better and get the blend in right. And I hope it's been working. But yeah, what's your name again?
Kevin.
Kevin, thank you for letting us record and being so patient.
Yeah, of course.
Y ahí, como pueden ver, now as you can see, pass number 3. We took the volume, remember, 3, you do the motion is a lot bigger. All right, now we're gonna go guard number 2, level close, switch from the comb to the brush, the movement, the up and down, remember, the smaller the guard, the smaller the motion. The C motion is gonna be a lot smaller, and we're gonna go from right to left, left to right, pass it how many times you wanna pass it. Always go against the hair flow. If the hair goes down like that, you go right like that. I'm saying if the hair goes that way, you grab it like that. If your hair go like that, and people like to do like that, it's not gonna look good. It's gonna cut it completely awkward. You know, they're gonna have a hard time having a good blend in.
Okay.
So then we're going against it, and then if we go higher, that's when we could open the level, and that level will turn from 2 to 2.5, right? And the motion, you could then do it just a little bit higher, right? And then if it's not grabbing, then you close it. All right? You keep passing it like that. And then we step back, we look at the mirror will let us know that there's a little bit of shadow there, and where it's the shadow, in this case, the guard is 2, level open, and I'm passing it really slow. Notice that I'm not going too fast. Brush it, look at it again, and voila, perfect. Now we go to the next guard, which is 1, and the 1, level close, with the left hand always put the ear down, so when the machine passes, it doesn't bother him. And again, we're gonna pass the 1 right here. We're not gonna pass it up here, we're gonna pass it right here, in that area, against the flow of the hair, how it's going down. All right? And then we're gonna keep it like that, going like that. That's number 1, from right to left, left to right. Look at the mirror. If one machine goes down, you grab the other one. That's why you have 2, because the machines this day, they may have a lot of power, but with more power, the faster the battery goes down. So you always have to be prepared. And as you can see, I'm using the corner of the clipper with the guard number 1 to, at the same time, where it's a little border, the little border of the shadow that you can see. Now I open it completely, that's 1.5, and I'm gonna use the corner, and I see like a little shadow right there. You see, and if it's not grabbing it, then I keep closing a little bit until it grabs it. Now we go again, level close, and we go back to right here, where the line that is pronounced, or semi-pronounced. Okay? And right here the same. And right here the same. Alright? Now, we're gonna go with the 1/16, level close, a lot lower, right here. Right? Always brush it. And then the C motion is a lot smaller, remember that too. And we keep going with that flow. Left to right, right to left, against the hair, from right to left, left to right. Look at the mirror. You see everything that you gotta have in mind, but it's all muscle memory. Once you do something and repeatedly, constantly, it will be automatically engraved in your mind, and you should be able to understand it and do it naturally without even remember. But when I say it like that, for someone that doesn't know, it may seem like a lot, but don't let that scare you or be intimidated. This is natural. Nobody was born knowing. We learn as we grow, as we go through different levels, you know, different levels, different devils. It's the same, but you go achieve it. Once after you have it, you have control of or you get the hang of it, then you're gonna look back and be like, oh, okay. And sometimes it takes many failed attempts even though we don't want to fail at times, sometimes it had to happen in order for you to get it. But once you get it, trust me, it's gonna be sweet. You just try to, if someone explain it to you, the ear, hearing it is very important. So you can grasp it and you don't have to go through those headache or do something, or do a bad haircut to that client. I don't want you to go through that. I don't want the client to go through that or to the barber to go through that, because we all want to give each other, the client a good haircut and the client get a good haircut from the barber. So right now we're using the electric shaver. Remember how I said only use that one side of the electric shaver, because if you use both, the other foil of the blade to touch the fade. And look at how quick we did it. You see, now we're gonna go, remember, shears over comb, the big teeth, we're gonna grab it and we're gonna do basically the same style, the C motion virtually, but with the shears. So basically we'll be doing this. So that's what it's gonna do, is gonna grab what it's gonna grab, and the longer hair, once we're coming up there, we're gonna elevate it. So it's gonna give the definition of the faded transition. All right, and little by little, we'll keep passing it like that. And then look at the mirror. The mirror will let you know. Now we're gonna do the beard on him, just like we did the other side. Before we do that, there's a little something that pulls my attention. And like I said, don't act like you don't see it. If your eye see it, if you're looking in the mirror, it showed me that it's gone. Just with a little bit, tiny thing that I did. I see something here that is pronouncing, and I know what it is. And what I passed earlier, I'm gonna pass that right there. I'm gonna look at the mirror, and voila. Yup. Now we're gonna do the faded beard right there. I was half, 0. Open the level, that's half again. We're gonna go a little bit lower. Now we're gonna switch. We're gonna get the guard number 1, and we're gonna pass it right here with that dark spot, level close, right there. Brush it. If you're gonna go lower, open it a little bit more, that'll be 1.5. But then if you go higher, close it, that's 1. Now we're gonna go with the 1/16, open the level a little bit, and we're gonna pass it just like that right there. Now we're gonna go no left, no guards, level close, and we're gonna pass it a couple of times there. Then we're gonna open just a little bit. Now we're gonna go with the trimmer, and we're gonna stay with the trimmer in that area just atop. And right, just like that, we have the faded beard. And then the shaver just used the 1 foil just to get those studs. And right there, now watch this. I'm gonna show the client again so you can see how everything became uniform, evenly.
Oh yeah.
Now we're gonna work on the top, on the haircut on the top with the shears, and the client has requested just a tiny bit, not a lot. All right. So what we're gonna do, since I'm short, I have to make sure bring the shear all the way down, and then the client, he comes from this side to this side. So we're gonna comb the hair like this. We're gonna saturate it, all right? And then the side, we're gonna saturate it this side. And if you look on the side, when we go to the side, you're gonna be able to, now that we put it all wet, you're gonna be able to see that we're gonna still have to use again the shears over comb. and it will make sense once I pass it, but I first have to show it with the wet hair. It shows more pronounced, but in order to get it even more blend in, I have to show you first. All right, so now that we have it wet, I'm gonna turn it to the side, and it's barely that you can see it. So it's this camera right here. All right, so I'm gonna put it basically down like that, and so you can see it to yourself. Right here, here, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Of course. All right, so notice that this right here is more pronounced still. See? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like this, and look at how we're gonna take that darkness, making it a little bit even less darker. See? You see how it makes sense? See? And we're gonna go, that's shears over combs. And then when we put it to the side like that, look at how nice that fit. See? Look at how nice, how much nicer the blending is coming. Less pronounced and more. And then if it's still there, see? Boom. See that? And then now we're gonna point it down like that. Same thing, we're gonna see the dark spot there. Watch this. How's that right there? See that? Makes the difference. Same thing, we're gonna continue going, working our way to the back. And that you can see the definition of fade, taking the volume from the side, so we could emphasize the top more, the hair on top than the side. But in order to achieve that, we have to have a good blend in from the side first. See? Getting all those little dark spots. Shears over comb with the big teeth, getting that volume and doing shears over comb. Now we go to the side. We go to the other side, we do it right here, the same thing. Then when you have shorter hair, use the short. And then we go right here. You see that right there? Now watch. Gonna go to this area right here. This area, you can see it there, there, there. So right here. Again, how I know? Because I'm seeing what you're seeing. In this case, if I look at the mirror, I'll be able to see that too. So if I could see it in the mirror, I'm sure other people from far away could see that. So in order to achieve that, look at that. It's entertaining, right? Like when you watch it,
I've never
see it from that aspect view, right?
Yeah.
Now that we got everything pretty much the way we want it like that, now we'll be able to work the top. Now the top is a lot different. The way that we use the shears compared to we use it from the side. That was shear work. Shears over comb, right? Now we're gonna use style, right? Over, shears over comb. That was the side, and then the top we're gonna call it. It's gonna call styling with the shears, which I'm gonna show you how exactly I do it. Which is like this. Alright. Kevin, is any way that you could put yourself down just a little bit, just a little bit more? Thank you. Because it's just, I'm short.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move Kevin's set just a tiny bit. Now we're gonna start from here, and we're gonna go from side to side, and then we're gonna go side to side, but going back. That's in section, all right? And we not gonna cut too much. We're just gonna cut probably that much, which is maybe half an inch. That is gonna be, you see the style? This is style, shear style. It's not shears over comb. This is another way to cut hair, right? Especially the top. So when I grab the second one, you see what is cut and what is not cut. Then you grab the other side, you see what is cut and what is not cut. And we're gonna continue like that. We're gonna go again, what is cut, what is not cut. We grab the next side, cut, not cut. Cut, not cut. Cut, not cut. We grab the back, cut. We measure it, not cut, cut. Grab the middle piece, cut, not cut, cut it. Part that is cut, not cut. And we keep going like that. Now we go again from this side. Same scenario. You grab like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and then you go back to the next section. Right? Like I said, less than half an inch, not a lot. We're gonna continue. And then we're gonna grab from the side too, but we added this part, and then we go back to half an inch. Cut, no cut. Cut, no cut. Cut, no cut. Good. We connect it with the fade, and we keep work our way to the back. Cut, no cut. Cut, no cut. Cut, no cut. And then we go to the back like this. This. Now we're gonna comb the hair again, and we're gonna put what is to the side like that. Then we're gonna kind of like that. Right? Now what I'm gonna use on him, that's everything looks good to me in that aspect right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm doing shears over comb in that area because I see there's a little volume there. And then we move to the side like that. And right here. And then we keep combing the hair to make sure that it's positioned and it's getting blended in with the sides. And then we comb it to the side. Now we're gonna, with the comb, kind of learn how to manipulate the hair to be in a specific style. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the tress method, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add this much like this, and now with the blow dryer and my bare hands, not too much with hot, regular air, we're gonna cone it like this, flat. And because the hair on top is light, when you flat it like this, it's gonna thicken it, it's gonna make it darker. That's a technique that I use myself, because myself, I'm light, so it's knowing how to manipulate the hair and how to use tricks with it. All right? And right there, in the front, right here, watch this. We're gonna use the comb. The comb, we're gonna cone it to the side like that. Right? And that to the side like that. Now, I have, they call it, it's a temptation. And the temptation basically, what I have is this. We're gonna put it around there, and from far out, we're gonna throw from 12, I wanna say 12 inches. It's a spray, it smells delicious, and it's almost like hair fiber, but in a bottle. Notice that I'm not making it too tight, too close, and I'm keeping my distance. And now, I'm gonna show you how it looks from the top.
Oh wow, that's really impressive. Yeah, that's fantastic. Oh yeah.
And then when you look in the front, look at that.
Oh yeah. It looks fantastic, seriously.
You see,
That's
when
it.
the client is saying itself, and I'm not saying that it looks fantastic, doesn't come from my mouth, it comes from him. That's what you want when you, that's what you want to obtain. The good result when you hear the client itself saying it. And that should give you more motivation to keep working harder to obtain those results. Because who doesn't want to have a good haircut? Or even the ones that think they don't have hair, want to still have some type of hair. You know? Everybody does. And it's, what you think women, before they go out, they use a little makeup. They're beautiful as it is, but they use the makeup to enhance the beauty. So if women could do it, us guys, we could do it too. I do it. See? So, right there. And we could do even more, like, for example, lineup. A lineup will also, as long as really, really outside, like I'm doing right now, I call it the box out, the lineup. Really, really outside, it emphasizes it just a tiny bit. As long as you don't push the lineup back, it will make it stand out more, especially the sides.
Todos te hacen la India.
Sí, la India están pasadas. And then when we look at it again, look at this. How's that right there, Kevin?
Fantastic. Best haircut I've had in a really long time. Seriously. Seriously.
Yeah. That's what I like about one here.
Very
And that was live streaming, explaining it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm happy to promote anybody to come here. You know, so you heard it from the client himself.
You heard it from the client itself. You heard? See? Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that, man. That means everything to me.
Yes, sir.
And that's why, you know, it may took a little bit longer, but you see what he took and explaining it, the steps. But look at it.
Amazing, man.
Look, I'm gonna show them. Could you tilt the head back a little bit so they could see from the top?
Yeah.
Oh, you can see it too. Look.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See? Look at that.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Gracias a cada uno por sintonizarse. Now that's not over. There's more to it. Just because you did the haircut, I like to go a little beyond. Most of you guys do it like that and that's it. I'm gonna show you a trick that separates even more from the other rest. Alright, check this out. A lot of people like to take the cape, right? Brush it and let them go. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. When you look at it here and you look very up close, what do you see there? Again, let me show you. What do you see there?
Oh, yeah, I see the residual there.
Red hair, right?
Yeah. Go ahead. Okay.
So watch this. What I like to do is I like to grab my blade, right? Switch it up, get a brand new spanky blade. Not only that, but grab a little see-through clear shaving gel, add it up right here, right? Because he may have a mother, a girlfriend, a sister, a cousin, and especially woman, they're the one that likes to, well, best friend, they like to notice every little detail. Especially, I know my wife, if my barber cut my hair and he let me hair in the neck, she's gonna be like the FBI. Oh, look, he left you some hair in there in the neck. So if that happens, this is the little trick. Look at all those hair, look. See? Same thing when you go behind the ears. Behind the ears, especially top or behind the ear, around the area, there's some hairs there and hair there. And that's all it takes. Same thing in the other side. Right there and right there. Another thing, with the clipper, the trimmers, inside the ears, above the ears, on the side of the ears, on top of the ears, there's little hair, baby hair. Every little hair matters. And you go nice and trim, you're gonna feel fresh, you're gonna feel new. So we go to the other side, see hair inside. As we're getting older, we start losing it in places that we don't want to lose it, but start getting all the hair in the other places, like the nose, the ears. How I know? It happens to me. Before it happened to anybody else, it first happened to me. So I speak as a testimony. Then, what I like to do, a lot of other barbers like to do this, right? They like to throw the shave, the aftershave like this. Me personally, I don't mind, but it's better if you grab the napkin, put it in the paper, when the napkin, in this case, then you grab your blow dryer with cold air, and you're gonna pass it. When you pass the blade, it's gonna feel much better, much smoother than throwing it to the client's skin itself with no blow dryer. Alright, so that way it makes sense. I'm gonna ask Kelvin, I'm gonna do it. This is how I do it, right, Kevin? Mm-hmm. Alright. Okay, boom, right? This that way, and this other way. Which way you like better?
I want to say equally, honestly. They're both really, really nice. They both feel really good. I've never had that before. So it's a real nice, like a cooling effect, I would
Cooling
say.
effect, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
but the first one, how the first one felt when I passed it with the
Very
knife?
good.
Very good, right?
Very
But both equally feels good, but if you have to choose one, which one you would
I'd
choose?
probably do the first one. It was a little smoother.
Smoother, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So there it is. And so how would you like how you like overall the experience and everything that I explained?
11 out of 10. What's the name of this place again?
WB Barbers.
Yeah, if WB Barbers, you said? Yeah, I would highly recommend anybody in the area to come get their hair cut, or if you're just passing through, I really would recommend this. A little about myself, I've been to almost 30 countries, and this is the best haircut I've gotten in my whole life. I'm 37, so I hope that tells you where it's at.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate it. It's a pleasure to do business with you,
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm happy that you like it too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now you see, I could say that I'm the best, but it's not about me being the best. Everybody could be the best. It's just a matter of doing the tricks and take your time to know you. When he came here, I asked for consultation right away. Consultation is the key. Once you get to understand what the client wants, you pursue to do it, and then you get the good results. And don't forget to remember, like I always say, it's not the machine, it's the barber. Remember, there's more tools than just the machine. There's also the lighting, the mirror, the switching lever, and all that. So there you have it, my friends. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, give thumbs up, share it, and comment if you have any question. I know I started in Spanish and I finished in English, but if you want me to do the next tutorial in Spanish, please let me know in the comments. And thank you again. I appreciate it. There we go, Kevin.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Seriously.
Yes, sir.
That was really cool.
Yeah, thank you. If you want, I could exchange the number and I could send you later on the link of it so you can see it later on
That
in
would
your
be
house.
really cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
Is there a restroom I can use real quick?
Yeah, the bathroom is there, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Otro de los duros aquí, mira, ese que está ahí, ese es mi barbero personal, en la serie de los aceres. Ese que tú ves ahí. Ese muchachito tiene menos años que yo recortando y recorta más bacano que yo. Mira, ese que está ahí. El que está masticando chicle, ese. Mira, ese que está ahí. Mira cómo me ve la quijada. Mira. If you smell what Reynaldo's cooking. Ese es el barbero mío. That's my barber right there. And he's really nasty with it too. So give him a shout out. Make sure you follow my Reynaldo Barbershop.
Ariel el Barbero Poderoso 2313. Sai, Jeffrey, pero yo no sé recortar bien.
No que no sepas recortar bien. Es que tú tienes que enfocarte en usar los niveles. Para mí el problema tuyo es los niveles. Esto. ¿Qué yo me refiero con los niveles? Saber utilizar las llavecitas y darle más tiempo. Porque yo lo que veo, lo que me deja saber tu recorte.
Ponte a mirar bastante video y ponte a hacerlo, bro.
Sí, o sea, no es ver el video mucho, es ponerlo en práctica lo que tú mucho ves en video. ¿No entiendes?
Así fue como yo...
Como se hizo en la serie también. Y no, Ariel, recuérdate que son críticas constructivas. Todos, unos avanzamos más que otros, por eso no te deja saber que tú no sirves recortando. No te sientas ni mal, porque todos comenzamos en ciertos niveles, unos que somos más ágiles que otros, pero tú lo vas, a la medida que tú vas poniendo en práctica lo que vas viendo, lo que vas aprendiendo de mí, o lo que te estoy diciendo sobre los niveles, abriéndolo poquito a poquito, cambiando, viendo el espejo, que te deje saber, porque el espejo te va a saber lo que yo te estoy dejando saber. Mira,
Ariel el Barbero Poderoso 2313. Sai, está bien.
oíste, Ariel, lo que yo veo, el espejo te lo puede dejar saber. ¿Me entiendes? Que yo veo la línea. ¿Cómo tú sabes que yo la veo? Si el espejo la ve, yo lo puedo ver y tú lo puedes ver.
My number.
Oh, yeah, sure. You write it yourself? And actually, you can call me right away because when I move from
¿Cómo tú dices mi toalla en inglés?
my towel.
My towel, papi.
Perfect. Because what happened was that when I moved from over there was a lot of scammers calling me, and I have one of my clients did something to block those scammer callers.
Yeah.
And then when I moved here, because it's from, I've been giving the new clients my number. They try to call, but it doesn't go through, and I totally forgot. So that's why I like to make sure you storage my number, and I storage your number.
DW.
You can call me Jeff, because that's my direct name. Jeff the barber. Yep. And the barber shop is W. No, you good. And then I'm gonna put Kevin Sarasota because I have like a bunch of Kevin, so I know that it's from you. So
Normal name, yeah.
yeah, so Kevin Sarasota, Kevin Sarasota.
What dialect of Spanish do you speak?
What is that?
What kind of Spanish do you speak?
Oh, but I'm from Puerto Rico. Yeah, so the Spanish. You be able to, with this that I just said,
Yeah.
if you watch it again and you pay attention,
Yeah.
everything that I said in English, I said it in Spanish. If
Yeah.
you listen over when you watch it back, you're going to be able to kind of, number 3, número 3. Number 2, número 2.
Yo estoy estudiando en español.
So tú vas a aprender rápido.
Sí.
¿Y qué español estás estudiando?
Como español de Cuba, de México.
Sí, eso es lo mismo. Lo
Como
mismo.
mezclado más o menos.
¡Qué bueno!
Sí,
Se
sí.
te oye bien.
Gracias, estoy tratando.
No, está bien, está bueno.
Yo quiero saber español, yo creo que es como tenemos inglés y español.
Arroba Ariel el Barbero
Buenísimo.
Poderoso
Es mi
2313.
opinión.
Sai.
Felicidades.
Jeffrey Sonio
Muy bueno el español.
Tú hablas lento, ¿sabes?
Lento, pero bueno.
Yo sé.
Vas a recordar
Muy bien.
Eso no es malo para ustedes, ¿no? Nosotros, ya como sabemos, hablamos más rápido.
Oh, yo sé.
You say, whoa, what the fuck? What did you say?
Right.
Right. Sometimes with the English too.
Right.
What did you say?
No, but you speak it good. I like, just like me, when the English,
Yeah.
my English, when it was, I didn't know it that much, I used to speak it slow. Because I
Yeah.
didn't know, I was like, I want to make sure I understand, you know what I mean?
Well, of course.
But then once you understand it, you're like, okay.
Right.
But there's no rush, take your time.
Oh yeah.
That's fine, man.
You can pay it with the card if you want, or
Yeah,
cash.
card is good. Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to leave with $11
Oh, okay, you can do it, can you give me that?
too. Sure.
That's okay. And you can scan it on the bottom. And you guys give it options. Okay, there we go. Kevin, thank you so much again. I appreciate it.
I'll definitely be back.
Yeah, call me, and then when you call me, I can send you your spot. Hey Jeff, it's Kevin.
Yeah.
What time or what day do you have available? And I definitely. And I'm up. Once I finish right here, I'm gonna finish it right now, and I'm gonna send you the link so you can see it.
Thank you, man.
And you can follow me in the channel. This one is my small channel. I got 2 channels. This one is the 157,000 subscriber, Jeff the Master Barber.
That's so good. It's the first time I've seen it in person.
Oh, you see one of those, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second one is Jeffrey en Vivo TV. So
Okay.
it's Jeffrey Live TV.
Okay. You get the big one.
Yeah, Jeff the Master Barber. Oh, Jeffrey el Barbero Master. Or you can type it Jeff the Master Barber and it's gonna show up. It's gonna show up like 3 different channels, but they are the same.
Beautiful. Man, that's so cool. It's inspiration.
Yeah, come on, man.
Seriously.
Thank
Seriously.
you. You're an inspiration too for
Oh, yeah.
learning my language.
Yes,
It's
sir.
not easy, man.
No, it's fácil.
Keep it up, keep it up. Gracias, Kevin.
Gracias.
Tenga buen día.
Igual.
All right. Bueno, mi gente, hasta aquí llegamos. Hablamos más después. Ahorita haremos otro en vivo cuando se recorten. Chequeamos. Espera. Hold on a second.